Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a long time. I hope you had a happy holidays and you had a good start to the new year, and I hope you'll all have a wonderful 2022. Anyway, I've been busy for the past 2 weeks or 3 weeks that I haven't been uploading family stuff, vacation, and all those kind of things. But now we're back to the grind, back to give you guys FPL tips here and there, and I hope that you'll enjoy. So today I'm just going to be talking about transfer tips, and so I prepared for this video before the double game week was announced. So I want to touch on the double game week a lot until I am able to analyze it, and then I'll come and give you guys the best way to go about it in the next video once I have analyzed the game weeks well. So for now I'm just going to do this video as I had initially planned, and I'll give you another video later. So the first team that I've been looking at is Everton. I know they're not playing the most beautiful football at the moment, but their upcoming fixtures are relatively the best on paper, considering who they are playing and the players they have, and also the players who have come back. For example, Calvert-Lewin, who is always influential to the team. So I think Calvert-Lewin is a good option to have in there if you're looking for an Antonio replacement. Antonio has not been the best of late. I know he scored in their last game, but he's not been the best guy since there's not been striking option. But with Calvert-Lewin back and also Bamford coming back, I think he'll have a bit of competition in people's teams. Also, one guy, Demarai Gray, 5.5 million. Can't really go wrong with a cheaper midfielder like that. If you're not sure about him, you can always bench him. I think having Demarai Gray, it's a good player to have in there. The last game he looked lively, could have scored a couple of goals, could have got an assist. He's on set pieces, so I think he's a good option to have. And also Keane, the defense. I think he's the one who's always nailed on since he plays every match. So I think he's also a good option to have in there in the defense. And yeah, I think these are the main three Everton guys I look at. Maybe also Pickford at the back, but they're not keeping as much clean sheets, but he's getting a lot of save points. So I think those are the best Everton guys to look at. And then next we have the defender options if you're looking for some good defenders. So here we have Connor Cody, like Wolves. Their next two fixtures are easy fixtures: Southampton, Brentford, even Arsenal. But Arsenal are playing good, so I will consider that an easy fixture. But Southampton and Brentford, I think those are easy fixtures, and Cody is the nailed on defender in the Wolves defense. So I think it's a good option. They're keeping a lot of clean sheets against big sides. I think their defensive unit is one of the best in the Premier League. So I think he's a good option to having a team. You can also just bench him if you're not sure about him, because 4.6 million, which is cheap for a defender. So I will consider him. And also Tierney, as we saw against Man City, he was just constantly going forward. So I think he's also a good option for attacking returns. So now the next they play Tottenham, and we always know against Tottenham, Arsenal are usually up for the game, and I think they'll win comfortably. So I think Tierney is a solid option to have there. Also against Burnley, Wolves, I think Tierney is usually the guy who unlocks defenses for Arsenal. So I think he's a very good option to have in there. And then another team that I'm looking at is Man City. I know with Man City, you never know who's going to play, who's not going to play. But it's really good to take a punt on this kind of people, because they're playing beautiful football, they're playing well. So one of the guys obviously is Kevin De Bruyne, especially if you're looking for salary replacements. I think he's the best option to go for in midfield, so that you can just go back to Salah once he's back from the AFCON. So I think Kevin De Bruyne is good. They play Chelsea, who have not been good defensively of late, so I think he'll be the key to unlocking the Chelsea defense. especially since they're missing Kante and Thiago Silva. I think those are huge misses for them. I think Kevin De Bruyne will be good. Then from there they play other easy fixtures. I think they have the easiest fixtures on paper after Chelsea. So I think it's a good idea to have Kevin De Bruyne. I think he plays most of the games, so he's a solid option. And then we have Laporte, who's been playing a lot of games for Man City of late. He's scoring headers, and I think he's going to be also a good option. The only problem is his price, which is 5.6 million, which is too expensive. So maybe you can think of him or not. So that's up to you. And then for the striking, Gabriel Jesus doesn't play a lot of games though, but he's also a good option. It's someone who I would also love to have in my team for those easy fixtures that are coming up for Man City. Then next we have our midfielder options. So we have Saka and Bowen, the main two players I think I would look at the moment. For Arsenal, as we saw against Man City, Saka is the one who looks likely to be scoring the goals for them because usually in the good positions to score the goals. So I think also against Tottenham, they're going to be up for the game. So they're going to perform well, and I think Saka will score some goals in that game or provide assists. I think he's the main guy for Arsenal for scoring goals. So I wouldn't mind having him in my team. Also, they play Burnley. You also know Saka is going to perform, and they also do a double game week somewhere since of all the things that have happened recently. So Saka will be a good option to have. And then they play Wolves next, which is also not a bad fixture. Arsenal are good in unlocking low blocks with their pace, passing. So I think Saka is a good option. And obviously Bowen, who play Leeds next, then United. Then after United, I think they have relatively easy fixtures. Because now as you can see, they have Watford next, and they have very, very easy fixtures after United. So I think Bowen is a good option to also have in the midfield because he provides assists, he scores goals, he's on set pieces as well. So I think he's a good option for 5.8 million. He's cheap enough to just bring into your team. If you don't like the fixture, you can just bench him. So I think he's also a good option there. And then finally the last part where we have the forward options. I have Dennis, King, and Jimenez. So with Dennis staying for Watford instead of going to AFCON, he becomes another option to bring in, which I think creates more headache for people who had King because they thought Dennis will go for the AFCON. Dennis has been more on form, but not saying that King has also not performed because he also has in his ways. So it's either, and they have a double game week 22. As I said earlier, I haven't gone through it well, but I saw this as one of the best double game weeks, for bringing in Watford players. So Newcastle and Burnley for game week 22, which is the best double game week for the game week 22. And also after that, they play Norwich next, which was also a good fixture. So I think Watford players, it's up to you to choose who you want, either King or Dennis. It's up to you. For me, I don't know who I'm going to pick, but I'm just going to pick one of them. Or also, if you want, you can just take both of them and avoid all the confusion of trying to pick who you want and just pick both of them. And then Jimenez there against Southampton, Brentford next. I think easy fixtures for them. I saw they played against United. They played well, moved the ball well, and I think those are also some easy fixtures, and I hope they'll be able to perform well. So anyway guys, thank you guys for watching the video. Hope you've enjoyed. Hope you've learned a few things here and there to do or not to do with your team. If you've liked the video, make sure you like the video. Aiming to get 10 likes in this video. And also if you're new around here, make sure to hit the sub button. And I'll see you all guys later. Bye bye.